11.7, 24/7, and today we have the founder of 11.7, Ben Upton, the number one supporter of the Ticonderoga, number two in Pencil and Jack DeLongchamps, and the college baseball fortune teller, myself, Noah Bieniek. Today we are reacting to the San Francisco Giants. They've officially hired Tony Vitello to be their new major league manager. Guys, this first time that it's ever happened in baseball history where a guy with previous no MLB experience whatsoever is going from the college dugout as a head coach, literally being the general manager, the recruiter, everything, the general president of baseball operations, however you want to phrase it, with no MLB experience, not even a player in the MLB. He's jumping in and he's a major league manager. With more and more eyes on college baseball today, there's going to be some growing pains that come with that, and we have to start with this because it seems like the beginning of what might be a trend if it actually succeeds and Tony Vitello becomes a successful MLB manager. Tennessee loses their young face of a program that he built from the ground up into a national power, but also we college baseball fans also, covering the game are losing one of the best young and entertaining star coaches in college baseball. 3 College World Series appearances, 4 SEC titles, a national championship, all coming in within the last 5 years for Tennessee. Jack, you and Coach Vitello had such a unique and close relationship. They brought you out to their campus to interview him a couple of years ago. When you first caught wind of Andrew Baggerly's report connecting Buster Posey and the Giants to Tony V a couple of weeks ago, what were you thinking then compared to what are you thinking now as Vitello's packing his bags and heading west?
I think Ron Burgundy did it best when he said he was in a glass case of emotions. I think it's the duality of this is very cool. I think we can all be a bit saddened that we're losing one of the very best in the game, a guy that was kind of the pioneer, a trailblazer, if you will, to the passion, um, the pageantry that we see in college baseball today. I don't think we talk about the story of the game the way that we do 8 years ago before he took this job. So, and on the flip side, I think it's really exciting. I think that the major league game that, not to say that once looked down upon their nose on the college game, but it did feel very separate. Now, all of a sudden, a guy that's marketed the sport of baseball better than anybody in the last decade is going to get a shot to do so at the big league level. And he's big league as hell, man. It's not just the beard to flow combo. It's the way that he operates with his dudes in the locker room. And at the end of the day, Ben, you get it, man. That's all that matters.
Yeah, Ben, you're working your day job today. Put some thoughts on the paper, and we have a blog out on 11.7 from you. Can you sum up some of your thoughts here at the opening? Can you just put a couple of sentences together and what your overall feeling
All I
is?
get.
So that's it, bro. How many
Yeah,
how many,
welcome to the show. That's all you get.
how many paragraphs did you write
Me, like
today?
Tony Reali.
It was
Yeah,
a very entertaining blog. Check it out.
I got some creative juices flowing today when the news broke. It was I wrote a blog in my lunch break. Like, I'm sorry. This fired me back up for college baseball season. I paid attention to summer ball and with my job at Synergy, like I have to pay attention to fall ball, but it's not the same excitement you get when probably the one of I'll give him top 5 easily, but some people would argue number 1 most recognizable coaches to the general public is taking a job at the major league level. You hit on it. This doesn't happen ever. And like it probably never should happen, but in this circumstance it made a lot of sense for the Giants to go after a figurehead that would instantly have respect in the clubhouse and a guy that can communicate and push a new philosophy of Major League Baseball. And it's all spearheaded by Buster Posey, an incredible, uh, easily top 10 college baseball player of all time. So, like, all the puzzle pieces fit. And yeah, like I wrote a blog about it, and mostly because I wanted to show my appreciation for Coach Vitello and what he's done for the game of college baseball, put a funny twist on it, made fun of volunteer fans a little bit just because they're social media creatures and there's nobody else like them and they're fun to mess with and poke at. But also at the same time, lay out what he did for Tennessee baseball, the SEC, and college baseball in general. So
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned, volunteer fans hitting Twitter and social media in general,
very
and
beautiful. There's nothing else
yeah,
like him.
it was just they were teaching a clinic in fundamentals of just doing everything you possibly can to try to do something to keep your coach. Unfortunately, I was with them. I felt they were getting gaslit. I even tweeted it like a day or two ago. Like everybody's saying, the longer that this thing takes, the better it might be for Tennessee. And I'm just like, no, that just means that there might be even more interest from the MLB. He could be interviewing with as many as 8 teams here, and
Yeah,
you know that was kind of my feeling on that. At first, though, when I caught wind of that, I was like, I'm not going to make content out of this because there's just no chance that this would happen. That was my honest feeling. I was like, this is really has only happened once, and that was Dick Hauser, and he had previously coached with the Yankees. So
yeah.
um
So normally, I'll give everybody a sorry to cut you off, Noah, but
no,
I
I
will
had
forget
nothing
this
else
thought.
on that
I'll forget it
sentence.
if I don't say it now. But like normally in college baseball, you can even spread it across like college sports in general. When like off-season workouts are going on and you hear rumors about a head coach potentially taking a new coaching job, it's for one of two reasons. One, they're looking for a bigger contract slash extension, or two, like it is got a lot of gas in the flame. Like so it was one of those two things, right? Like Tony Vitello was either using it as a negotiation tactic, like, hey, I want more money and want an extension. I'll have my agent call and say that the Giants are interested. And it's like, okay, that's a possibility. But more than likely when the news broke on Saturday that they were interested and made him an offer, it was like, oh, this is serious. Like he's going to take this job. Like nothing is going to like they wouldn't offer him the job if they didn't know he was like 95 to 100% sure. So
To your point too, Ben, I think that when you look at some of the things that he's done in the past, like sitting on that MLB desk for different draft leagues, and
Correct.
like he has made his interest outside of baseball very like prevalent to the media. And seeing Vol's Twitter, who I love dearly, you remember that social media is such a fake place filled with such incredibly human beings that um, man, it does put into perspective the kind of rise and fall. I think the best tweet I saw was this was a program that I used to be able to take canned soup and go watch them play for free. And now, like, I'm sleeping in a tent and skipping work on a Tuesday to go watch. That's the draw you're getting now in San Francisco. That's the guy that you're getting. And the incredible amount of goodwill and outpour of love from that community. Like, that's what you're signing up for. So, to your point, right? Like, I think that when the Giants say, "Hey, we're interested," and a guy like Buster Posey comes to you, right, with that aura, I think arguably a top 3 catcher in the history of the sport, right? All of a sudden, like these are two like competitive, hungry mother effers having a conversation, right? And you take a guy like Tony V, who is right? Like this is his life. He will make this his world. I saw someone talk about the biggest challenge will be, can he bring that juice for 162? Dude, he does it for 365. He never turns it off.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
So I think that's why it translates really well. And I think it was just about a new opportunity that is setting a new precedent. And I'm with you. Like I just think about those two guys sitting around at a table talking about Major League Baseball between Posey and Vitelli. You're like, damn, that's just cool as shit.
Vitello's married to the game. Like no partner, no kids. Like he's all in. And I think one hilarious aspect of this whole thing happening this weekend was Greg Olson and Youth Inc. Like I think he does a great thing in trying to interview other like big names in sports that are also relevant figures in youth athletes and lives and all that. They were talking about the youth and amateur baseball scene. So I was like, this is like my sweet spot. I want to listen to Tony V. And so like in not on purpose, just out of pure conversation, Vitello basically said, "Yeah, I was invited out to go watch Drew Gilbert play with the Giants, and I talked to a GM, and that was Buster, and this was everything that was happening within these last 2 weeks." And his quote was, "I think guys are suffering the consequences all the way up to the big leagues, where guys are super skilled, but there's less development, less coaching, less accountability, and therefore less understanding of how to actually play to win the game."
Yeah.
And you look at Vitello's tenure, and that's all he's done at Tennessee, where that was his first head coaching job, period. And this guy's just put nose to dirt and grinded. He's 257 and 81 his last 5 seasons at Tennessee. And honestly, their best. There was a tweet today that Tennessee fans want to name their new baseball facility after Tony Vitello,
Can't do
and
that.
we'll get to this at the end of
Not
the
yet.
show when we wrap it all up. But they might want to wait 10 to 15 years on that and make sure that
Yeah.
he's not back in the SEC.
Cannot do that, Tennessee. And do not do that. But no, here, you're a youngin. You're under 25 years old, correct?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you some really good life advice that will tie immediately back to Tony Vitello. One of the top
He's
rules
thinking
you
aloud there.
have to
Oh
follow
shit.
in
No, you just
your career is
did
like
he just
you
lag
absolutely
or is that
have to
me?
love. Am I good? No, I think I lagged. Sorry. Am I good?
So I lagged. I didn't catch all of him.
It's okay.
We
It's
ride.
we're gonna keep it going. Um, the best life advice. You absolutely have to love who you work for. All right. Like bottom line, if you don't love who you work for, it, it can get deeper than this, but I'll keep it surface level. If you don't love who you work for, you'll never actually get fulfillment and you'll never actually get enjoyment out of your job. Um, and I think there was some problems with allegedly inside like Tony Vitello's demeanor and the athletic department. Like he was getting a lot, but like not what he felt like he was deserved. And he probably fought battles every day behind the scenes we didn't know about. But when Buster Posey comes up to you and says, "You are my guy, 100% this job is yours, and like I will let you coach and develop and do whatever you want," that was probably very enticing. Another life advice to build off of that is like you have to love where you live, right? I- I- Job aside, like whether it's close to family or whether it's on the beach or whether it's in the middle of nowhere, you have to love where you live. Because if not, you wake up every day in a place that, and I've been there, you wake up in a place where like you don't want to be, and it just makes your whole day bad. Over like once Tennessee baseball got popular and once Tony Vitello got popular, Knoxville's not a big city. All right. Like he can't go to the steakhouse downtown without being recognized. He can't go to the grocery store. He can't do these things. And there's a lot of distractions at that point, right? Like people recognize you. You can't slip up because camera phone, like every phone has a camera. You're always being recorded. People are wanting pictures. You go to a big city like San Francisco where, like, sure, there's tons of Giants fans, but 70% of the city doesn't care about baseball. Like, you're in a good world. And I think that is kind of what Tony Vitello wanted and needed.
To your point, the first thing that you mentioned, Danny White did not hire Vitello. He comes in 2021 to Tennessee, I believe, from UCF. And another thing that you hit on, possibly talking about the revenue share, this whole new era of college sports. The name of our show is 11.7, or the name of our brand is 11.7, and the original, you know, cause of 11.7 scholarships in baseball was Title IX. And I believe what the rumor was that women's basketball was getting more rev share money. It has
Don't
to.
say that. It was a rumor. He cleared it up today.
Yeah.
But it was the rumor, so it has to. That's just the no brainer. It does, because it's one of your larger rostered women's sports out there. Basketball, softball, off the top of my head, are both of them that I can come up with that for sure are worthy of some money and revenue sharing. But Danny White in the press conference today came with some numbers to be transparent and back up their stance against some of the rumors. You know, the baseball budget when Tony Vitello comes in at Tennessee was just $3.5 million. They say that they've upped that to 14 million annually a year, and yeah, I mean that's including revenue sharing, that's including third party NIL, which still is relevant today. It's not completely out of the game yet. So, Jack, your thoughts on just what possible relationship there could have been, and I don't know anything on that
I just
aspect.
don't like. I want to use my words wisely. I don't care. Like, I don't give a damn how it happened. Like, I think this has probably been building to this moment for probably a while, right? Like, and I think it was just time for a new journey. It was time for a new challenge. It was a new obstacle. Like, I think the opportunity to do this is rare. Like, I think social media has a tendency of trying to find dirt when maybe it doesn't even exist, right? Like, I get where everyone was going with it. Um, but I also like, no, this has never happened before, right? So like, maybe it was a perfect storm, but there's always got to be a scapegoat. I don't think there was. I just think that this is a really badass opportunity. And the only thing I'm now hyper fixated on, because Ben and I's favorite football teams stink, NBA can kick rocks. I'm trying to trick myself into being a hockey guy this year. Is that I'm now only 5 months away from watching Drew Gilbert and Tony V share a dugout together again. Like, that is going to be so damn silly. And I'm so stoked for a city that probably hasn't felt a lot of love towards baseball since the 10, 12, and 14 seasons. To get those lunatics together again is going to be must watch television every night.
1000%. Another thing that I didn't mention here that Danny White said was they're funding 34 full roster scholarships players, 34 full rostered scholarship players. Ben playing in the 11.7 era. I mean, that's obviously something that you have to love if you're a fan, hearing an athletic director saying that, our baseball team's fully funded on that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely in the minority there. I would say off the top of my head, maybe 10% of Division One baseball teams are at 34, but um, that's what every team is chasing, right? Is like having the funding to have 34, like everybody in your roster, full scholarship, because it is a great feeling graduating from college without student loans. It's freeing, right? Like, you're in the real world, get a job, and whether baseball works out for you or not, like, you get to start fresh. I know our friend Jack, he he might still have student loans, man. He went to like
Shit.
7 years of college.
Yeah, yeah, no big deal. Super, super senior granddad. I was gonna say, it must feel. You're like, yeah, it feels really nice to not have student loans. I was sitting there going, well, who the hell knows what that feels like? Let's make something abundantly clear. This whole like, oh man, these guys weren't getting paid. There was probably a dude that was gonna log. There is a guy that plays Tennessee baseball this year that will log less than 10 innings on the field. That makes more than all three of us and our networks, probably double. So
Yes.
I think they're going to be okay financially. Like, I think Vols fans, it's why we love you. It's why you're different. I'm so stoked that Major League Baseball Twitter got to experience a glimpse behind the curtain of how truly nutty you all are. And I hope that you chase them the next however long. Um, but yeah, dude, they were just fine financially, right? I'm certain of it.
They're all good.
What?
I do want to say, Noah, I want to piggyback off what you said.
Go ahead.
It was good to see the sport celebrate this more than tear it down. There
Yep.
was a little tearing it down,
No.
but the
I mean,
sport
Tennessee fans
celebrated
are
it.
going to feel awful, and they should,
Yeah, but like, you
mourn
can't be
this a
mad
little
at the
bit.
guy. He gave you everything he's got and
Correct.
won a national championship. It's
Yeah.
like, I think I would say over half of Tennessee baseball fans, they're not happy to see him leave, but like, there's no hard feelings at all.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, and I'll pass the baton in this conversation, and you could see it happen, right? And literally, they took 2 hours to be like, "All right, cool." Like, my girlfriend didn't break up with me. It was just She got a great gig. It was the high school sweetheart. She's going to college. I'm staying home and working at the steel mill. She got a great gig. Like, what are we gonna do? And then for 2 hours, we were all sad.
I
I
gotta
think the
stop you. I gotta
why?
stop you. Because in my head, I'm thinking like, oh, I'm a sweet little volunteer. I'm a nice guy, volunteer for stuff, and your girlfriend leaves you for a giant,
Yeah.
just a giant. You can't compete with that.
You can't. You
Cannot.
can't. Yeah.
I
I was gonna
love
make
this
it.
show. I love this
I was gonna
show.
make it way too real, but I didn't. I had to stop myself. I was thinking of that song, the Lenko song. But I think that. By the way, everyone covered this 8 hours ago. We're the dumbasses that thought we'd film at 11:58 at night. Um, I do think it was cool. Like, I think the 5 day window, which showed how difficult a decision it was for him, allowed some of the negativity to like fester,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
For a 2 hour window, everyone was pissed and sad. And then it switched. And it was really cool to see former players come back and be like,
Yeah.
yo, shout out to TV. Like, this is badass. Coming hanging out in the pro ranks. Let's ride. You think Jordan Beck might flick him off in an NL West action matchup this year? Please, for the love of God, it would be awesome. And then it switched. And then all of a sudden, it was, hey, 2-4's up. Like, these guys are going nowhere. If when Josh Elander should be the next head
Mhm.
coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, he might be even swaggier than TV. He got the shirt. He wears arm sleeves to throw BP. Like, this is the perfect guy. And there's a reason that he's turned down, in my opinion, and maybe he didn't, but he was up for other SEC jobs. Josh Elander, to see the support that all of his former players and guys that he's recruited rally behind, all of a sudden, like, the energy completely shifted, and that was cool to see.
Yeah, Jack, going right off my notes that I took from that presser. Frank Anderson is the interim, which caught many people by surprise, I think, because there was an entire online rallying cry for Josh Elander to be the new head coach, and there's still a chance that that can happen. Danny White wants him to focus on his candidacy to be the head coach. Focus on your interview and also focus on keeping our recruiting classes together because this really matters. While they may seem vulnerable to the outside. So um, I do think that it's interesting though that it's not necessarily Josh Elander's the 1000% favorite because they've hired a national search firm, Parker Search Firm, to do a national head coaching search. Ben, your thoughts on Frank Anderson being the interim? He does have some college head coaching experience at Oklahoma State prior to this, so you can see the thought process being there. Do you agree with it?
Yeah, I mean, I do. Look, you're not gonna find a better fan of Josh Elander than me. I think everything he does is professional. It's under the radar, and like he drives results and is able to recruit an incredible recruiting class every year. Frank Anderson makes more sense, right? Like he's already been in this position. It takes the target off of Elander's back 100%. Like you think about like the Michael Early getting hired at A&M, target immediately on his back. He's got doubters. He's got this and that. Frank Anderson can handle it. He's been around the game forever. He's a baseball lifer. He is somebody that is not going to use this title as I like an upper echelon over Elander. And I think a lot of these moves were calculated. I think when Tony found out that he was leaving, he was like, "Hey, I'm leaving in October. Frank, you're going to take over for me. I'm going to recommend you to take over, but like this is Josh's job when he's ready, which might be in January, it might be in July of next year. We don't know.
Yeah.
But I do think Coach Elander is the guy for the job, and I think that staff stays intact, and I think the players don't leave. I mean, that would be the
Yeah.
perfect storm for
To
me.
to your last statement there, that the players don't leave. The portal is open for the next 30 days, beginning at
Oh, I know.
midnight right
I've been
now.
recruiting those
So
kids to Mercer for like the last,
Yeah.
12 hours. That's why we're recording at midnight.
yeah. But
Get them
yeah,
in a good
Danny
orange.
Danny White had also said Frank Anderson may be the interim for 4 days, or he could be the interim for the entire season. So, Jack, if you were in that locker room, because I know you know quite a few of the players in the clubhouse of Tennessee, just when your athletic director comes to you and he said that he wants the players to nominate a player-led leadership group that will have a voice in the coaching process, kind of what kind of thought process could these guys be having right now?
I don't know. I also, I don't know if I believe that. He's going to do what he wants to do, right? I think the outcry from former players and current players is extremely helpful, right? Like a lack of commentary would probably be troublesome, but I mean, they're going to make a decision based off of what they want to do. I actually think what is a cool insight to the whole situation is that they did roll out this interim plan the way that they did. Because the one thing I actually would disagree with you slightly on, Ben, is I actually think this is a very reactionary decision, right? Like if Tony came to them a month ago when these rumors started, and then 2 weeks ago when it became hot, and then even Saturday when it became real, it would have been, hey, we were ready for this. We knew that this was coming down the pipeline. Josh Schielander is the next head coach of the Tennessee Volunteers, right? I think that this reactionary phase is actually a cool sign that this entire time, a lot of people say it, but they actually maybe lived it, is that Vitello was very honest with coaches and players in real time of this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm thinking. Here's where we are. I do think you bring up a really cool point too. What's probably most important about that interim tag is that a lot of times, right, it's like the president of the United States, right? That first term, that last year, all you're worried about is getting reelected. Frank Anderson don't give a damn, right? Like
No.
he is the interim head coach and he don't care. He's a career pitching coach because that's what he loves to do. He gets his rocks off to freaking calling pitches and to be able the pitcher development side, like that is what he loves. It's what makes him tick. So I think it allows everyone to naturally sit back and go, let's keep doing our own thing. Maybe Frank Anderson has to play a little bit more chess, not checkers. Okay, cool. That allows a guy like Kirby Connell to take a step up and handle more of a pitching role. It allows a dude like Ross Kivett, who's one of the more sought after assistants in the country, to continue to shine. And then all of that alleviates the pressure for Josh Schielander to just keep doing his own thing. So yes, I'm a big fan of the reactive state of how they're kind of living. It screams authenticity to me. And but I don't know about the player-led thing. Like Danny White's going to do whatever Danny White wants to do, right?
100%. That's all I watch.
They're paying him a lot of money. He got to make that decision. So I would like to ask this: who the hell is Parker? Because Parker, be very careful about doxing your name for this Parker coaching firm thing. Be very careful. We know these fans well, so take that information with what you will.
Oh man.
Yeah, wait, Noah, what is this Parker coaching search thing?
The hell is that?
So basically, bringing on a national search helps the athletic directors, set up interviews and narrow candidates before they even get to the athletic director's desk.
Sounds like a gigantic waste.
That's a waste of money, dude. I could tell you who would be a good, like, I could tell you right now 5 names that, like, would be good fits.
Well, then,
Is that
Ben,
what they do?
Ben, let's put our pitch deck together. Hey, Parker, I'm really sorry. I am sorry, Parker. I'm really sorry, but Ben and I are coming for your bag. Danny, we'll do it for a tenth of the cost.
We'll do it for $11.70.
Ben, hit me with the top 5 names, not Tennessee Volunteers.
Anyway, just subscribe to our Patreon and we'll do it for you. Come join our pick'em contest next year.
$11.70 a month and you're good.
Yeah, you be a fucking.
That's the biggest, dude.
Yeah,
that actually kind of pisses me off.
To me, it sounds like a filter. Like they're expecting 50 names or so to come through and say, "Hey,
no, we need to take a step back." I'm fired up right now. Take a step back.
But like,
share screen, pull up this Parker search firm. I gotta see if they even have a website.
Okay.
Some dude named Parker lives in, I don't know.
No, Parker,
Muskogee, Oklahoma.
By the way, what if we get like a cease and desist from Parker?
I also do enjoy this because damn well 10,000 Tennessee fans have already clicked on this homepage and given them some clips or clicks.
Parker.
So yeah,
it's just like our buddy. I got it. One of my best pals is he employs people. I don't even know. My brain is
A
not working.
staffing agency.
He's
That,
staff.
that's what
Yes, he
this
works
is.
in staffing. Parker is just a rich staffer. That's it.
Navigating the path to effective leadership.
Our practice areas. It better be in a bullpen or a dugout. Damn it!
Sports.
All right, hit it. Give me sports.
There's
Navigating the high
really a
stakes
business
world
for
of sports
everything in this
recruitment
world.
and
Yeah, we're in the wrong
constantly
one, brother.
delivering optimal results. Northern Iowa is
Shout out to the purple dude. Northern Iowa
Wait,
devastating.
read
March
this. I'm
Madness.
going to read this paragraph out loud. The search for a sports executive or coach is high profile and high stakes. Like, no, it's not. It's easy. If
Right.
you're in
I
Tennessee, it is
I
so easy.
disagree. This is very high stakes, dumbass. This is the highest. This is the most high stake positional search that Parker's ever endeavored.
Tennessee fans' livelihoods and moods in the spring and summer relies on this hire.
Guys, it's college sports. The teams with the most money and the best facilities are going to get the best players. I could coach them to 25 wins, and I've never coached.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, guess
that's
what? You would be fired.
yeah,
Not
yeah.
that's just ridiculous.
25 wins in Knoxville this year. Fired.
That's South Carolina last year in the
25
year.
SEC wins. Sorry, 25-5 on the year.
Oh well, then you'd have a statue made, and you can go eat wherever you want.
Oh, here we go. Proven success in the sports arena, and it's a Tennessee football field.
So did they go get Heupel for him?
Maybe. Hey, actually, it probably was. Why would you even? So Danny White comes from UCF, and Josh Heupel was at UCF. Why do we even need a national search?
It's
firm
just
to
a way.
hire your
I'll
old
tell you
football
what.
coach?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. It is just a scapegoat. But at the end of the day, the AD is still the scapegoat. Like you're going to be the one that gets yelled at anyways. Here's the
It's
deal,
all money
Parker.
laundering.
Here's our pitch. Parker, just give us a call. I don't know if we need a law degree or something, but we'll do a damn good job. Ben is actually mad.
It's just stupid, dude. Like,
So
it's college baseball, man. Like,
let's
you
do
don't need a
Dan
national
Parker's.
search firm.
Let's do Dan Parker's work for him. First off, just put Josh Elander's name on the dotted line and call it a day.
Done.
But this wouldn't be 11.7 if we didn't have a little bit of fun. I have some off the cuff names that I think could be Josh or could be Tony Vitello Jr.'s.
When you
Is
said
this just like fun, or are we
Yeah,
like actually making predictions?
This is in
No, I
no
want
way,
you to
shape,
be-
or form would Tennessee fans actually want.
I want Dimitri to come crashing in with the stone cold music and tell us all to shut up. This is no fun on this podcast. I want Ben to be Parker. I want Ben to give very serious answers. Ben, I want your top 5 real answers. And
Oh, I don't want serious answers.
okay.
It'll be the
No.
same names. I'll throw a
You-
name out there right now that like nobody's mentioning. Danny
Yeah,
Hall just retired from Georgia Tech. Like, go get an older guy who's done it before, like been around the game for 40 years. Like, let him be the is it predecessor? I don't know the right word. I want
predecessor.
Elander to take over for Danny Hall after 2 years. There you go.
Go ahead.
My guy, you look online right now and there's a lot of Vanderbilt fans just happy go lucky, like kind of dancing on Tennessee fans because the last regular season home game for Tennessee in the Tony Vitello era was a Vanderbilt win in a series win where Ethan McIlvain just does the whole Vanderbilt creates a fight on the field. How about you go to the head coach that ended Vanderbilt's season last year, Alex Sogard of Wright State. His teams play fiery, passionate, hit bombs, pitch well, 6 straight Horizon League tournaments and 6 full coaching seasons as a head coach. He's 38 years old, 4 NCAA tournament appearances, 1 regional runner-up where he was a 4 seed. Alex Sogard of Wright State. Because if you're not a Raider gang, You can
The
finish that line.
Raiders. I'm actually staged to be their bullpen catcher, so I love that pick. I didn't know where the hell you were going with this
Yeah.
Vanderbilt crap. I was like, let me make something very abundantly clear, Noah. I've got a Tennessee hat on, which obviously makes me a far better hire than Tim Corbin to go to Knoxville, which is where I thought you were trending for a second. I'm with Sogard. I think that's a sexy pick, and I'm in. Check approved.
That's a sexy pick. He could absolutely do the job, but the Tennessee ego will never make that hire.
No,
I don't think.
never.
But like, would he be a great fit? And like, would it be fun? Like, yes, 1,000%. Is he qualified? Yes, I think so. Is Tennessee going to go hire Wright State's head baseball coach? Like,
No,
probably
no
not.
chance. They want a
It's an
guy that they
ego
can
thing.
poach from a high major auto bid at large team without even playing a single game. They want to poach a top 25 team's head coach, but you're just not going to grab that at this time of the year where they've already assembled a team that they want and believe in, that they recruited. You're not going to find that. I think you got to go to like a top mid major head coach if you're actually doing this, which they're not. No offense to Alex Sogard or anybody else that we may name on the show. I seriously think that they're looking for like a Jim Schlossnagle to poach or whatever. That's the realm that I think Tennessee fans are
That would be
thinking.
I will say that was one thing that we have not talked about yet. Like there were a lot of reports, and Ben, you've been doing this a long time, like that this was like no, we've never seen anything like this before, right? And it was, I mean, it's cool, right? Like it's the duality of how I'm supposed to feel. It's a roller coaster of emotions. Except we did forget that we did kind of do this 2 days after the World Series 2 years ago, where it was like Schloss told the entire state of Texas to kick rocks, and everyone thing was shattering, and we didn't even get to celebrate the Natty because it was mayhem. So this is back-to-back years with like earthquake coaching changes.
The last time the state of Tennessee had a school not have a head coach in fall ball, I'll bring you back to the 2013 UT Martin Skyhawks, where the coach that recruited me, the head coach that recruited me to UT Martin my freshman year, got fired the week before we reported, and we did not have a head coach throughout the whole fall.
Yeah.
We interviewed like 5 different guys. All of them turned it down.
You know
We
what?
didn't, and then we ended up having to use the interim coach to be the head coach for the whole season.
That's
So
awesome.
we had 2 coaches and a strength coach. Our strength coach, the football strength coach, coached first base for us because we didn't hire another coach.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you for returning us to our roots. And shout out to Skyhawk Nation, because that's what we
Yeah,
do here. 4
yeah.
years at Charleston Southern. I had 3 head coaches, 7 strength coordinators, and close to 9 assistants, and only one of them is still in baseball. This thing happens all the time. The Vols are going to be just fine.
These spoiled Tennessee fans just think it's gonna be easy.
Give me a
It needs to be
break.
college
Give me a
baseball.
break. That's what I want to happen. We didn't have a head coach. Our head coach quit 2 weeks before opening day. Opening day. This was in January. Now, granted, he did coach with the Gamecocks, thus quite the promotion. Couldn't be that mad. But we went the whole year with 3 coaches. I want to see the Vols have players coach each base this year. Now that's college baseball.
Any other candidates from you guys that you have ideas of? Maybe
Yeah, I mean, I'll
Dan Parker
I'll
reaching
throw out
out to
10
the Parker
names.
search firm.
I'll throw
I
out
have a
10
list of
names
names
if
too
you
as
want,
well.
but, like, they're not getting the job in January, like, no way. Um, but, like,
I made this list thinking of guys who would be like, oh, would I want to coach my team or would I want to go coach a top 10 roster in the sport right now that's ready to win this year?
Well,
yeah, I think
that'd be 300 of them.
Well,
Do that.
I don't know if it's 300. I think there's a good list.
alright,
No,
here's my list. Dan
Go ahead.
Fitzgerald at Kansas, if he got the job, he would do great things. Like, he's already done great things for Kansas baseball. Like, he's on the same path of, like, what Tony Vitello did year after year, improving the not only the stadiums, but the fan base and the player talent and, like, all of that. Like, I think he's one of the better coaches out there. You got Waz out in Oregon, who, like, is, in my opinion, top 10 coach in the nation, hands down. Somebody that has West Coast ties, but like also just like nationwide ties. Like he would be fine. Tennessee fans would love him. Skylar Meade, Troy, like boy, would that be fun. Like he would not surprise me. Hefner, Dallas Baptist, no brainer. Like if he wants it, let him have it. But he didn't take the A&M job, so it's like
Do you want a better idea or a way we could do this?
snake draft.
Snake draft.
Snake draft. You want a snake draft? Like
Yeah,
coaches,
you know I'm always down for a snake draft.
coaches that are good fits at Tennessee, and then we'll have Dimitri make a graphic and we'll post it.
Dude. Josh Elander.
Right.
1-1.
He's got number 1-1. He beat us to the punch. We were all trying to figure out a way to like.
No. And then the graphic's gonna make it all look like such dipshits.
Hey, I call number 2 pick, and I'm putting Tony Vitello.
Oh, this is it. Pandering son of a gun. What are we talking about here? I don't even
ruin the snake draft.
Ben's
Yeah, I
just
don't even
like
want to
so
snake.
disgusted.
I don't even want to snake draft anymore.
All right,
Ben,
then I put
quit.
Frank Anderson.
That's
I'll
too
put
late.
Shohei Ohtani. If you get Tony Vitello, I'll take Ohtani.
No, I didn't take. I took Frank Anderson. Hell of a pitching coach.
So you guys can make me take like just all right, fine.
Ross
Just
Kivett.
take take
Ross
Ross Kivett. Take Ross Kivett. I'll take Ross Kivett. I'll trade you.
Bourbon Connell.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, there you go. Well, you got the
Elevate
snake
him.
though. You got back-to-back picks.
You know.
No, I'm gonna give you. I'll go my first pick. I Waz from Oregon would be my first pick, and I would take Dan Fitzgerald too. Like two guys that have incredible programs and have done a lot in the last 5 to 10 years. 5 years for Fitzgerald, but anyways, last 5 years, let's call it, at their respective schools, and it like the Tennessee money is just way more than what Kansas or Oregon could offer them. Like it's just tremendously higher than what those other schools would offer a baseball coach.
Very fair. When I was creating my list of Tennessee candidates, I was thinking of somebody that is passionate, wears his heart on the sleeve, like Tony Vitello did. He'll immediately just attract Tennessee fans to like him. Also, a guy that's at a place that money's going to speak, and if Tennessee comes over the top, it's like I can't turn this down, man. Number 3, successful college baseball coach, Cliff Godwin.
That's a fun one.
That's my top pick.
You know, I'm always for the Cliff Godwin conspiracies. I'm still waiting on him to get the Mississippi State job from 6 months ago.
With his Ole Miss roots, I was like, "There's no way that can happen." But
I'm
it's
still
very
waiting on-
similar recruiting grounds for Tennessee and East Carolina. So, Godwin, Jack.
You know I'm gonna pander, but I do think they would be fun picks. I do think Skylar Meade would agree. He's broken the strikeout record. His pitching staff has broken the single season strikeout record everywhere he's gone, and he continues to do so at Troy. Their schedule this year is a gauntlet because he's tired of hearing the outside noise by missing the tournament the last 2 years.
Hey, Jack, what did I text Skylar Meade the other day in our group chat with him?
Welcome to the Bear Den, Coach Mercer. Week 1, buckle up, pal.
Yeah, I said that sucks. You guys are going to start 0-3 this year. Going to Macon, Georgia, opening weekend. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
take some balls.
And I'll say this too, and I'm not just saying this because I'm scared of what their fan bases will say to me, but it is ironic that a bunch of coaching extensions have come out before this went down. Right? Like I think I saw. I don't know if it was On3 or someone said Kevin Schnall. Like, Kevin Schnall's a Coastal guy. His entire staff is Coastal, like born and built. Like, Teal Nation, I don't want you coming after me with me linking you, like your guy, to like Knoxville. I think he's very happy with where he is, but like, he did just coach for a national championship. Like, I'm sure Danny White's going to pick up the phone and call. But yeah, I think that's why like a guy like Skylar Meade, who's jumped spot to spot, is on this trajectory. I'm sure they want a head coach. But yeah,
the Giants should have hired Coach Schnell to be their manager. He feels like more of a major league manager now that I'm putting it together. Like he would be perfect in the MLB.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
He's like a Stephen Vogt.
You imagine Quiggs in a Rafael Devers jersey? It'd feed families.
Wow. You have a snake, Jack. You're up
You just picked two,
again.
right? You took
Oh,
Schnall?
did you take Snow?
Oh yeah, but like he just signed an extension. I guess none of this is realistic because I think it should be
Well,
Josh Elander. But
Coaches' extensions
yeah.
mean nothing in college
okay.
sports.
Can I take
None of
Mike
it's
Rooney? Can we get Mike Rooney out of retirement?
there
Hey,
you
Jack, I
go.
got a great pick for you. Just take Dave Van Horn and like really throw this for a loop.
There we
Oh,
go. That is big brain for sure.
And then
oh.
Vitello immediately leaves the Giants job and
This would
goes
be.
to
I
Art.
mean, that would be straight out of a
That's just wife
WWE
swap.
script. That would just be a WWE script.
Isn't that just wife swap? Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
altogether?
And
college
then the
baseball.
Giants and then the Giants are forced to hire Kevin Schnall. There we go. We fixed it for everybody.
What
Dave
would
Van Horn, Tennessee, Vitello, Arkansas, Schnall, Giants. Boom.
boom roasted? Yeah, what would piss the most people off? I'll tell you who'd piss the most people off.
It might be my draft pick, and if I'm up, I want it, please.
Bang.
Yeah, Roland Fanning.
He knows the area. He's 2 hours down the road.
Yeah, but at Tennessee, you don't even need to know the area. You got the
He
entire nation.
yeah. Well, this guy at Austin P in Clarksville, Tennessee, had 4 SEC portal transfers playing in the infield for him last year.
Yep.
With a center fielder who stayed on campus, even in the world of NIL, and was a first-team All-American and was drafted by the Mets. He went and got a guy from Houston that played left field that was also a first-team All-American. If you wanted to give that guy a Tennessee NIL recruiting budget, let me tell you, you make a joke about Shohei. I think Roland Fanning could go and recruit Shohei to go play for the Tennessee.
He's still got
Volunteers.
college eligibility, man.
Hey, I guarantee you, if Roland Fanning's name gets thrown into this Tennessee job, which I really think there's a chance
It
it'll
already
happen.
It already
I
happened.
think all 13. How many SEC teams are there now? 16.
15 others. Yeah, 16.
What?
I think
SEC?
all 15 other SEC teams
Oh,
pay Austin P to keep him there and not get him to knock. Like, we cannot handle this. We just got rid of Tony Vitello. Like, let's keep Roland Fanning, who's like a white monster energy to a coffee. Like that,
no,
there's a huge jump
no.
between those two.
The Mountain Dew
The-
Tennessee marketing budget.
Yeah, like he makes Tony Vitello look like he's having a sugar rush from Sprite, and then he's whipping out like Mountain Dew Baja Blast. They're different levels, man.
Here's the deal. I know I've talked about my 2 picks a lot on this show, but damn it, would they be fun? Oh,
Incredible.
Yes. I
dude,
think
can
Jack's
you
got the-
imagine him walking into the SEC coaches like meeting, or I'm sure they have like a conference, right?
Imagine Mountain Dew bottle rockets after home runs. Oh my god.
Dude.
Tennessee fans already slug Mountain Dew. Like that's a
Yeah.
He would coach a game from the porch in left field.
Dude,
I say he would do it.
they had Coca-Cola on the press stand in the press room. That would just get replaced by Mountain Dew.
yeah,
I'm telling
easy.
you. Yeah.
Great pick, Jack. Both of those
Yeah,
great
he's
picks.
got the best
Thanks.
team right now with Josh Elander, Skylar Meade, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's winning this thing right now. So I've got to come back and do something about it. What will I do? Let's go with trying to big brain and be creative, but I have this list here of guys that have been sniped. Let's
Phil Jackson. They're in the triangle.
try to be creative. I'm really trying to force it, but I don't think I can. Jeff Mercer, Indiana's head coach. He was in the regional last year with Tennessee, put up a respectable fight. I think they won one game in that with Devin Taylor and the bunch. I think this is also another energetic, passionate coach that plays a similar brand of style of baseball that I think Tennessee fans would really like, and that is going to lose me this draft. But Jeff Mercer. It's not creative. It's
Great
not creative enough to win this thing, but he was on my list.
Not a bad pick at all. So I get 2 picks, and then my last 2
Actually,
picks.
I'm going Sogard. I already explained Sogard.
Yeah.
He was number
I thought you
one
took-
just for creative.
Who'd you
No,
take your first pick?
Frank Anderson.
Oh, I forgot about the garbage round. Should we do a fourth because of our garbage round?
Yeah, I was just gonna go until we ran out of ideas.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
I'm between 2. Like, I think one is more realistic than the other, but the other one's way more fun.
Do both.
Yeah, you have 2 picks.
Yeah.
Okay. So my more fun one would be
Do it. Do it.
I might know who he's talking about.
Dimitri Curtis.
Do you want to take a guess, Noah?
Yeah, is he a coworker of Jack's?
That Jack?
Yeah.
I do have a couple different jobs.
Co-worker.
Does he call college baseball games and work at a similar media company as Jack?
Oh no.
No,
Who are
okay.
you talking about?
Chris Burke.
Oh, that would be a fun one.
That is fun.
Is Chris Burke a coworker of mine? That sounds like fun.
He works for D1, right?
I don't know.
And he works for ESPN, and you've gotten some jobs.
Yeah.
At ESPN.
Shout out to D1, but I don't know if he's well, yeah, I know he does. If you're not listening,
I think he literally just did a podcast.
I think he did the Sunday
Daily
combos
too.
he does the Sunday combos with Rooney. They're awesome.
They are fun.
They are really fun.
They are good listen.
And Chris Burke, that's a good one.
Okay, so I didn't guess who Jack or Ben was thinking of here.
Yeah, so here's one that I.
No, you're good.
You're good now.
Oh, okay, sorry. Jack, you're gonna love this or hate this. Like, I think a good person for the job is Kirk Sarlos.
I thought about that too.
Like, get your foot in the SEC. Like, I know that Big 12 is a great baseball conference and like have really good teams, but the money I think is going to be like almost double what Kirk Sarlos is getting at TCU. So, and like he's somebody that like great reputation. Other coaches love him, players love him. I know he loves TCU, but man, it's going to be hard to say no if he gets offered the job.
Yeah. That's a great pick. I did think about that, but like I feel like he's knocking on the door of having maybe one of his best teams in Fort Worth this year, you know?
Yeah. So like the fun one that another one that I was debating between Eric Bakich, like,
yeah.
is he, would he, could he, does he?
He could for sure, but he's also like, I mean, I picked Godwin, so you could say the same thing about mine, but you know, Bakich was always like he started his coaching career at Clemson and was part of that iconic 4. So that would be hard to break, but you know, everybody's got a price. That's why we're doing this. It's fun exercise.
Yeah,
I think it's a good pick. I love him.
These are going to be the same 10 names that are circulating everywhere, though.
Not
right?
the one that we gave. Not the one that we gave. Ain't nobody giving
You don't think so?
I don't know. Maybe.
Who do you think Parker is going to freaking choose?
Yeah, who's Parker?
Alex Sogard, Roland Fanning. We've got. Yeah, this has been a fun.
Did you see a guy like I can almost see like a Matt Deggs getting an interview?
That'd be fun.
Like he looks Tennessee. Like he looks like a Tennessee guy.
Tennessee.
Last time he coached a team that was orange, they went to a super regional and at Sam Houston.
Shout out to the Cats. Yeah, I'm with it. I have it's Noah's turn, but I have an office themed pick. What do you got, Ben?
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. I have one that like
I'm going
honest
for the graphic. I'm going Chris Burke. I want that there.
So okay, I like that. I like that play. Go ahead, Ben. If you're not watching and you're just listening at home, Ben just had the craziest looking epiphany face ever. So I got to hear this.
All right, think about College World Series teams last year.
Okay.
Oh, Dan Skirka.
Yeah, dude, it'd be a no-brainer. It'd be sick.
While he's hot, dude, might as well.
This is why he's hot. I
They
have
beat an SEC team on the way there twice. Or, yeah, they
I
played them 3 times and won twice.
I have an office theme pick, but would you guys like we're an hour in at 12:30 from the clouds, just got off of work. The All-American college baseball girl pick from Natalie Spatula.
Yeah, bring her on.
She's blushing. She really wants to make a pick. She goes, guys, I don't want to interrupt, but I really want to make a pick.
Serious pick. I'll take the mic, but don't put me on camera. I think you're missing the absolute, reason Tennessee exists to this day, and that's Dolly Parton.
Is she still alive? Is she still with us?
She's alive.
She's alive for this very reason, to coach the Vols to a championship.
I want Kenny Chesney.
Dude, imagine the cheetah jacket and like the daddy hat on her.
Oh, and there's Morgan Wallen available for this.
I
too.
think
You guys are missing.
I think we actually missed the entire purpose of this exercise. We know who they're going to hire. It's going to be Josh Elander. But if they needed someone fun this year, Natalie, what would Dolly Parton's walk-up song be?
Oh God, maybe Jolene.
And now,
9 to 5. 9 to 5, guys. That's your answer.
guys, I think we're missing the point here. Frank Anderson's going to call pitches. Josh Elander's going to coach the hitters. We just need an icon to fill the shoes, just for the spring.
Hey,
Figurehead. Yeah. Wait, is Dolly still kicking? She's still here?
yeah, she's still here.
I
1000%.
feel like she did a football halftime show not
Yes.
that long ago.
Yes, literally last year, I think, for the Cowboys. If it
Yeah,
wasn't Lainey
Cowboys,
Wilson.
because she was dressed up like a Dallas cheerleader.
Was that Lainey Wilson though? Did she do one too?
I only have eyes for my girlfriend, but I feel like I'd notice the difference between Lainey Wilson and Dolly Parton.
Yeah, me too. I would too. I think that was a really fun exercise at the end of that show. I'm not quite sure if there's going to be any other people doing a snake draft of Tennessee head coaching candidates in October. But yeah, that wraps up the 11.7 24/7 episode here, talking about Tony Vitello. I've got a bunch of creative, fun topics that we're going to hit throughout the offseason here once I get out of college basketball preseason content mode. I appreciate you guys joining me and talking about the the firestorm that's happened in Knoxville, Tennessee over the last 2 weeks. Any parting words from either of you fellas? Jack, any words of encouragement for Tennessee fans out there?
Yeah, don't cry that it's over. Smile that it happened. Rocky Top, you'll always be.
Couldn't have said it any better.
All right, that wraps it up, I guess. Ben, thank you for the very, very well thought out words. On socials, we're at 11.7, as you all know. You can follow Jack at J DeLongchamps or Ben Upton at BEN_Upton5. Myself, Noah B77_. We'll be here on YouTube throughout the offseason, providing fun college baseball banter. Tennessee fans, rest now. 11.7 has the watch. We will see you in Valhalla.